Well, I feel it's important to support Pittsburgh by supporting United Way, partly because of the way my grandfather and my father have been part of this community and I think given back to the community. And United Way has been an important part of that.
Well, Patricia and I have included the United Way in our estate plans because we really feel that, after we're gone, that the needs in this community will still be there. And that, we would like to do our share to see that the continuing generations will be able to do the things, and that the United Way is really a good way to do it.
After many years of being very busy, all of a sudden our life came to a screeching halt. My husband and I had been traveling with our family of 15 to Jamaica, and we were home and had 3 weeks later shoulder surgery, went right into a heart attack, and then a stroke. And the process of finding a new life for he and I was very difficult.
My mom and dad, they were just so in love even after 60 years of marriage, and it's, I think when he died, I really didn't know if my mother was going to make it. She took sick and I found out she was going to a nursing home. I'm in Pennsylvania, she's in Michigan. I was devastated inside because I know that's not what she would want. I knew my dad wouldn't want that for her. I certainly did not want that for her because I knew there was still a lot of life inside of her yet to be lived.
These real life stories are the types of concerns that families call us with all the time. As the Executive Director of Valley Care Association, I'm very happy to say that a solution does exist. Our mission is to help older adults continue living at home by giving them a safe and caring place to spend their days. Our Adult Day Services program offers a variety of meaningful activity, the medical and social support that many seniors need so that they can enjoy each and every day. It's such an important service to keeping people out of nursing homes, to helping caregivers manage the burden of caring for a loved one.
I learned about Valley Care, and it was an eye-opener for me. It was just because, I was expecting to go to a nursing home situation with a couple of therapists and people working on machines, but these people were active and having fun and engaged with each other. And one of the big problems we face in society is our seniors don't have anything to do. And that leads to a lot of the inactivity and joint problems and depression. And this, in my experience, has been better than any medicine I could give them. And if I was going to recommend a program like this, I'd have to get the word out to the practitioner. The family doctor or the internist that really has the contact with the family. And it gives that practitioner an option that you wouldn't have thought of before.
One of the things that aided our journey was visiting Valley Care. A representative from the Area on Aging came to our house and asked if Clarence, my husband, enjoyed being with other people, and I said yes. So she encouraged us to come here. At that time, I was not very well informed about the problems with stroke and stroke care. So she explained to me that Clarence probably needed some time away from me, and I definitely needed some time away from him. And probably the first couple times I came, it was the most difficult for me because it was like caring for a child. I wanted to know that he had the best of care. The nurse here is so friendly, and when I do have something that's a little concerning to me, I'll mention to her that Clarence has been sick, and she'll go back over it with me and keep a little special eye on him.
And I try, when I talk to the families, to let them know that I have a wealth of knowledge that I can help them with if they have questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll help them find the answer. What I try to do with them first is just let them know that we really do care for their loved one. And that's what I want them to see. I like them to come in the beginning to kind of get an idea, and then they can get the feeling of us with the clients to see that we do have a good rapport. And if I could with Clarence, I would bottle his Enthusiasm.
Yes.
Because you usually go up and say,
Valley Care has very skilled employees, very open to suggestions that I have, and very aware of my husband's condition and makes him feel secure. I think that's the most important fact, that he enjoys coming.
look at this.
Isn't that nice?
He's amazing.
You gotta care.
One hand and he does it.
I can't say enough about all the things that have come to make my husband the person that he is. What are your feelings about Valley Care?
Excellent.
Excellent. That's a wonderful word. We're very proud of you.
Yeah.
The Department of Aging told me about Valley Care. I had the number. I knew that Valley Care and what it offered existed. Now I needed to make that decision, which was very, very difficult. Finally, I sat down in my recliner one day and took the phone in my hand and very fearfully made that call. I got Gail over to Valley Care, and I just poured my heart out to her.
And what I try to say to family members, and sometimes that's the only thing that wakes a caregiver up, that if you're so stressed, you know, you have a heart attack, if something happens to you, then what happens to mom and dad? Or what happens to your wife, your husband? Then who's going to care for them? Because the caregivers usually feel like they can do the best job, and they usually can do the best job. So if they can kind of look at that, yeah, if I can take care of myself a little bit or have a little freedom, then maybe I'm going to be in better shape to be able to care for them and take care of them longer.
So I was reluctant but willing. And when we went, that day they had music. And she loves music. They had us there for the day. And as she started to go, she loved it. She goes every day. 2 days a week, I bring her. The other 3, the bus comes right to her door and picks her up. When I go there to visit and have coffee, I almost feel like she thinks I'm intruding. And I'll tell you, it's the best decision, one of the hardest I ever made. But it's when I see her dancing and to hear her talk about social things, social life. I feel I'm a better caretaker because my mind is at peace when she's here. I can do what I need to get done, so when she comes home, there's really no stress. We just sit down and talk. To sum this up, this is what I would say. If you're a caretaker, and I know that you think it's what you need to do and it's your job to do it, and it is to a certain extent, but I would highly recommend that you look into Valley Care, because the person you're taking care of can have a better quality of life, and you can have a better quality of life. And I would highly recommend, do not wait and wait and wait for 2.5 years like I did. If you get the number, call it, because in the end, it's the best thing you could do for you and the person you're taking care of. Give them back their life.